I'm Alana Cama and I head up the RHS Campaign for School Gardening. It's my team's job to help young people understand the power of plants and how to grow them. We support schools and youth groups to work with their local communities to ultimately help make the world a greener place. Young people have made it clear they care about our planet, and gardening is a great way to nurture that passion. You may already have an idea of how to get young people involved where you live. Maybe you're already doing it really well and can help inspire others. Or maybe you have no idea where to start. Whatever your experience, here's some top tips to get you growing together. One of the easiest ways to get groups together is through a competition. There's nothing like a bit of healthy competition, and children of all ages find it really fun. The simplest competitions are the best ones. Add in too many categories or requirements and you may find that schools in particular just don't have the time. A format we find works really well is a design competition. Invite local schools and youth groups to submit designs for something that can be created and displayed somewhere in your community. Designs could be for containers, hanging baskets, bug hotels or prominent garden beds. Amersham in Bloom runs a competition like this each year, which helped them to win the RHS Involving Children and Young People Award in 2018.
The Design a Flowerbed competition in Amersham is run every year, and we try to encourage all the schools in Amersham to invite their students to take part in the competition where they design one of the flower beds, which then we plant out in prominent locations around the town. Everybody sees them if they either walk past or drive past, their parents see them or members of the public see them, so it's a really easy way for us to engage with the community. Throughout the last 5 or 6 years, we've really engaged more and more with these young people because we think that the experience that they have to be out in nature, getting their hands dirty, is a wonderful benefit not only to us, but to the town and to themselves.
I was a primary school teacher for over 20 years and I really miss working with the children. So it's great to be able to have the opportunity through Amersham in Bloom to work with young children again. The natural world is just an awe-inspiring place and it's nice to be able to get them to see that and to see that it can be fun and enjoyable to be outside, even on a cold day.
I like gardening because I like watching plants grow gradually and seeing them, it's like them being born and they just keep rising and it's really nice. Well, I'm really proud of myself for doing this, and it's a lot of teamwork to make it really nice and to make the flower bed really bold, and I like teamwork because it achieves a lot more than when you do it by yourself.
After I designed and planted the flower bed for Amersham in Bloom, I decided I wanted to do something like that at home. So I planted a similar flower bed, including different flowers and herbs like lavender and mint.
Many hands can make light work, and hosting one-off activity days for all ages can be a great way to plant the first seed of inspiration for young people. Ideally, hold your event on a weekend so different groups and families can come and take part. So maybe you have an overgrown patch that needs clearing, an area that needs litter picking, or maybe you want to do a mass bulb planting. But it doesn't have to be all gardening. It could be a wildlife walk or a craft session, making bird or bat boxes, or just sketching from nature. Explain the purpose of your work. If you're sowing a meadow, tell your young visitors how it will help bees and other pollinators. If you're monitoring or observing wildlife, explain how this helps us understand how nature is faring. Young people will be more motivated when there is a bigger picture. A lot of these activities are perfect for uniform groups working towards their gardening or environmental badges. Reach out to the leaders in your area and see if you can organise something for their next term. If you want to go a step further or build on the connections you've made, you could try working with local groups on longer-term projects with regular activity sessions. A simple initiative we run at the RHS every year is the Big Soup Share. It's a fantastic way of bringing people together through a love of growing food, building up to a shared soup-based event in the autumn. Many schools or youth groups don't have much growing space. Maybe you can help. You could get together in the spring to sow seeds of the veggies that you want in your soup in the autumn. Share your knowledge about veg growing and care for them together, agreeing who will water them over the summer. Then, when it's harvest time, you can all come together again. The young people will have great fun gathering the food you've grown and whizzing it up into a delicious soup to share. The beauty of the Big Soup Share is that it can be whatever you want it to be. Our RHS Young Ambassador George and his mum Alison ran their first Big Soup Share in 2017 and have been running them ever since.
I strongly believe that gardening and growing food is great for young people, not just for their physical well-being, but for their mental health. It's just fantastic.
It's a very rewarding thing because you think, I've grown that, then I've cooked it, and now I'm serving it to the people, and that's such a nice thing to feel a part of something.
The biggest tip I could give you about bringing a community group together is a strong and passionate leader who can coordinate people, and then somebody who can pass on those skills to young people.
Growing plants and produce can be a very powerful way to bring people of all ages together. It gives us all the chance to learn new skills, make new friends, and to connect with nature. Here's a few things to keep in mind. Think about activities that are suited to different age groups and where it can link to the curriculum if you're working with a school or a badge for a uniformed group. For example, building a bug hotel can be a great source of learning for primary age children, while building raised beds or planters are a great activity for older children who are able to use the tools required. Give children a direct say in how they want to be involved to allow them a sense of ownership. For example, can they design their own garden to work in, or suggest a new project for you all to tackle? Encourage your young volunteers to consider how their work could benefit others. This could be through a specific planting project for a group in the community, for example, or just by sharing with them how their efforts have helped create a greener and brighter place. If you want more tips, the RHS Campaign for School Gardening website has hundreds of activity ideas, advice sheets and regular projects to inspire all young people to grow.